win, Chris, what do you like most from today?
Well, the start of the game was really dominant. The first 5 minutes or so, the ball's in our forward half, and sometimes that makes you a little bit nervous because you know that against a team that's been in good form that there's going to be ebbs and flows within the game, and we just couldn't capitalise on the scoreboard, and knew that at some point they would have their moments, and I thought they did. Like, I still thought they looked dangerous at times. I can see why. They've got the record they do, especially over the last couple of months. So I think in terms of the quality of the opposition, we were just able to pressure them to the point where I think they had 40 inside 50s. That's a good number defensively against a team that's been in good form. So all the reasons why we were able to limit them getting in their forward half are the things that I like the best.
You said a couple of weeks ago that you were going to die wondering about what certain players can do. Things started to fall into place. Do you feel it's Sam Connie and Stewart?
Yeah, a little bit. I've never been more of the mind that you've got to keep an open mind. The idea that we'll just find a formula and you'll be the best team and you won't lose is just not congruent with the modern game and the evenness of it all. I think Sydney and Carlton, for example, are in great form at the moment, but I'm sure that in 10, 12, 15 weeks, whatever it is time, that everything will be a little bit different. And so you need to keep pushing and you need to find a way. So we were really conscious that our message to our whole footy department really wasn't that we're out of form, we're not going that well, so we're going to experiment, we're going to throw the magnets up in the air. It was all the moves we've made have been things that we've discussed over a long period of time. But again, I think I have said it publicly, maybe I've said it too often, but because I think there's a bit of a cliche that all the players are equal, and it's just not true. Like, De Koning's a really important player for us, and we are going to prioritise him, and the fact that the signs are really good makes us all feel a little bit better. But even if he wasn't playing as well as he is right at the moment, then we will continue to invest in him, whatever that means.
Only 3 weeks into that role, did you think he had that sort of ability as a ruckman in so soon?
Not so much the ruck craft necessarily, but the other stuff we knew and were confident in. And again, the risk is that he was going to come up against sort of well-credentialed ruckmen that have played 200-odd games in that position. And I'm not sure whether it's well-known or not, but Sam grew a lot in his last couple of years of junior footy. Before that, he describes himself as a half-back flanker, not even a key position player, and certainly not a ruckman. So he's even further back than some of the young ruckmen that have come through junior footy. But no, I don't know, a month or so ago, whatever it was, I wasn't too flat with how we were going. Disappointed and a bit annoyed, but not overreacting. And we're not going to overreact now. We've had a couple of wins, and I don't think we should overreact with individuals either, but it's reasonable to say that the signs are good.
Patrick Dangerfield was really influential for that in that first half in particular. Just a decision to rest him in that last quarter?
Yeah. Just no real reason other than we thought that it's been successful getting him back this is his third game now, and we'll sort of take the bird in the hand. And again, I kind of get it around the competition. Everyone strives to be sort of, system first team, but your best players help, and he's really helped us.
You imagine you spent quite a bit of time on the bench in the third quarter and early in the fourth. Was that just today, or are you going to plan to manage it?
No, we don't have a plan to do that, and it was a bit more circumstantial today. I wouldn't be looking at that and thinking that that's going to be a trend over the next couple of weeks. It may end up that way, but it wasn't even planned going to this game. It's just the way it rolled. Really good. And even to my untrained eye, some of his ground balls at speed. I mean, I would forgive him a little bit. And I think even when he did the last one, he said, maybe I've got to rethink my technique a little bit. if I were him, I wouldn't do some of the stuff he does coming off those hamstrings, but he's like, it looks to me like he only knows one way to play, and he tested it today more than a few times and looked pretty good.
I'm sure Manor came in today, 13 tackles, he must have been pleased with that sort of effort and intensity.
Yeah, he... I think it's a really good point because we say to our players all the time at VFL level, we're much more interested in the role that you're going to play at senior level. And sometimes we take away the opportunity for them to kick an extra couple of goals or get the ball in their hand a little bit more. And Lawson Humphries is an example of that. We wanted to see that, you know, he could play the role at VFL level that he was going to play at AFL level. So then the next message is we don't get hung up on stats, not even at senior level. I don't even look at the individual stats much. So then it was a little bit of a concern when he kicked 6 and then he comes in. And we were trying to sell the message that it was a whole lot more than the goals. And we thought that, and it's not that we told him the pressure's important and so therefore he did it. He's got that in him anyway. But I thought the nice thing about his game today was that, you know, even just the number of tackles, that's less important to me than him showing that he could sort of pressure and play a complete role that we ask of our forwards. I thought that group of sort of medium, small size forwards did a really good job tonight.
How have you seen your midfield evolve over the past month? Obviously, Rod Stewart in Danger's back, but like Manor in tonight, Jack Bowes on the road.
Yeah.
How have you seen that evolve over the last month?
Yeah, it's a good point. Jack Bowes has been really good. It's maybe we thought it was a real loss losing Tanner Bruin. We're looking forward to getting him back at some point. He's got a wrist injury, which means he could run really early on in his rehab, so he will hit the ground running and will come back into our team when he's available. But a bit like previous years, and even this year to an extent without Guthrie and Dangerfield, it does open the door for other guys to get a bit more experience and game time in there. I mean, even Mitch Nevitt woke up ill and couldn't play, so Jai Clark got a reprieve and came in and sort of played well. I don't think anyone will buy the idea that we're developing midfield, but I think hopefully you sort of understand what we mean when we sort of say our midfield's a bit different to what it has been, especially with Guthrie and Dangerfield in there and Bruin and Holmes is in there a lot. We think we're sort of building a group that can play together for a long time, which has always been important to us.
I think maybe Max Holmes back to playing and sort of running halfback. I know he plays a bit in midfield. Has it made a difference to your ball movement and flight?
The last couple of weeks? Yeah, and I think Max is a good example of the way we think about the way we coach the team, which is, for the most part, trying to maximise the impact of our best players. And it's a bit, like Dangerfield, for example, we'd love to have 2 of him so we could play one of them forward. And Max, he's in great form, but we've been saying that all year. He's been a really consistent player for us wherever he's played. But yeah, I suspect that over the course of his career, he'll be one that dominates our conversation in the preparation for the game and in game. Like where can we use him to best advantage? He's going well.
Well, Henry is the sub today. Is that purely to keep the balance of the forward line that you had last week?
A little bit. It was also a little bit just to ease him back into it. It would have been better for us, I guess, if he had more than 15 odd minutes. I think it was even less than that. But with a bit of top-up running, it's not the worst kind of reintroduction to him. And the short break, 6 days, it's not... Now we're sort of post-COVID, 6 days sounds like plenty, and it is. But I guess it's a slight consideration that having someone a bit fresher to play next week was a good thing. So, yeah. I guess I should be clear. It's not because we don't think he's in our best forward line. He is.
Your first game against Hawthorn down here in a long time, would you like that ball in your home games down here in the future, rather than a couple of MCG as well?
I've spoken about this a lot. I think every team should play their 11 home games where they choose. And if they choose to farm them to Alice Springs or to Darwin, that's fine. But you shouldn't get forced to play home games away from your home venue. It's just... I promised them that I wouldn't get drawn into these things. But no, I'm on record as saying that. That's just the first thing, one of the first things you would do if you were starting a competition from scratch. You're laughing because you know it's true, Pete. Okay. Thanks a lot.